supporting from afar. And you know, my daughter Riley is going to be on a new show coming to Bravo, Next Gen. They just announced it last week. Yeah, so I hope you guys support my daughter Riley Burruss. Y'all seen her grow up on the Real Housewives, and now she's going to be on a new show. It's coming June 3rd, so check her out.
What tips did you give her about entering? I mean, obviously she's a part of reality television in the past, but to a different level.
Yeah, it's a different level, and so I told her, when you're filming, stand on everything you say. Don't ever go back and try to act like you didn't say something so they can rewind the tape on you.
Roll the tape.
You have to own it, stand on it. And if you need to apologize, apologize, but don't lie about saying stuff. Because we be having a lot of liars on those shows, you know. We don't want to be, no.
You won't believe what recently came out about Kandi Burruss and her daughter, Riley. For years, fans of the Real Housewives of Atlanta watched Kandi take charge successful, confident, and always one step ahead. On the surface, she seemed to have it all figured out. But while all eyes were on Kandi's businesses, music career, and reality show drama, something else was happening quietly in the background, something far more personal. Her daughter, Riley Burruss, was growing up. And not just physically. She was changing emotionally, mentally, and even spiritually right in front of us. But many of us didn't notice. Riley started out as a shy, quiet kid. The lights, cameras, and headlines that came with being Kandi's daughter were overwhelming. Most kids worry about school and friends. Riley had to deal with the pressure of being on TV and judged by millions. People thought she lived a perfect life, wealth, fame, luxury. But Riley didn't ask for any of it. She was simply born into it. And that changed everything. As Kandi's fame rose, her schedule got busier. More shows.
I may be small, but my empire keeps on growing.
More projects. More appearances. And while fans were cheering her on, Riley was feeling something else: distance. In a recent interview, Riley opened up for the first time. And what she said shocked everyone. She admitted there were moments when she felt invisible at home. Not because Kandi didn't love her, she did. But because Kandi was always working. Riley said she understood the hustle and respected it, but deep down, she wished for more of her mom's time and attention. And here's the twist: she never said anything at the time. She kept it all inside. As Riley got older, things got tougher. Every move she made was watched. People online criticized her looks, her voice, her body, her personality. Imagine being a teenager and reading thousands of comments picking you apart. It crushed her confidence. Being Kandi's daughter came with perks but also huge pressure. Riley said it felt like she had to prove she was worth something on her own. She didn't want to be successful just because of her last name. She wanted to earn it. Be seen for who she is, not who her mother is. That's when things really started to change. Riley got serious about school and went off to New York University. At first, she wanted to study nutrition, but then she took a bold step and switched paths, choosing to explore music and media.
It's been about a year since you announced you were leaving Housewives. Did you have any FOMO or regret knowing cameras were back up, or is it all that chapter is closed and you've moved on?
Actually, I feel like it's closed for me and I moved on. I thought to myself when I was first making the decision, I was kind of like, ugh, is this smart? Like, am I doing the right thing? And anytime you've done something for 14 years straight, it's kind of like hard to walk away from it.
Not because she wanted to copy Kandi, but because she wanted to understand the business on her own terms. And then came the big surprise: Riley announced her own reality show, making it in Manhattan. That's when people started asking questions. Was her recent honesty about Kandi all part of a plan? Was she using these emotional confessions to promote the show? Some fans felt it was strategic, maybe even manipulative. Others applauded her for finally speaking up. Riley responded calmly. She said she wasn't trying to create drama. She was simply sharing her truth. She couldn't control what people thought, but she could control her story. That was enough for her. Meanwhile, Kandi handled everything with grace. She didn't lash out or throw shade. Instead, she praised her daughter, admitted her own flaws, and spoke about how hard it was to balance being a working mom. She even said she admired Riley's courage. But you could tell this was personal. Kandi had worked so hard to protect Riley from the chaos of fame. And now Riley was putting it all out there. Still, something powerful happened. What seemed like a rift between them actually brought them closer. According to people close to the family, Kandi and Riley have had deeper, more honest conversations since this all began. They're not just mother and daughter anymore, they're two strong women finally learning how to support each other in a new way. And Riley? She's not hiding anymore. She's stepping forward with confidence. Her new show isn't just about glitz and glam, it's about her journey, her identity, her voice. She's showing the good, the bad, and the real. That takes strength. Yes, there was criticism. Some accused her of exploiting family drama. But others saw a young woman brave enough to share the truth, something a lot of people with famous parents are too scared to do. Riley talked about being lonely in a house full of success. About wanting love and attention, not just opportunities. Her story reminded everyone that even with money and fame, kids still need emotional support. They still hurt. They still grow up with insecurities. In one powerful moment, an old clip of Riley as a quiet girl on Real Housewives was played side by side with her recent interviews. The difference was striking. Not just in appearance but in strength. Her voice was steady. Her message was clear. She wasn't just Kandi's daughter anymore. She was Riley. And Kandi? She admitted that she once feared Riley would grow up resenting her, not because she was a bad mother, but because she had to juggle so much. That kind of honesty made fans emotional. It showed that behind all the success, there was still doubt, still guilt, still love. This wasn't a feud. It wasn't a publicity stunt. It was a mother and daughter finally facing years of unspoken feelings with the world watching. And now, with Making It in Manhattan, Riley gets to tell her story her way. It's her time to shine, not in her mom's shadow, but in her own light. So what do you think? Did Riley go too far, or was she finally stepping into her truth? Let's talk about it. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you proud of Riley for speaking up, or do you think this could have stayed private? Whatever your take, one thing's for sure, this story is far from over. And this time, it's Riley in the spotlight. And that brings us to this point where everything we thought we knew about Riley Burruss and her relationship with her mom, Kandi, suddenly looks very different. For years, Riley was just seen as Kandi's daughter. A quiet presence in the background, often pulled into the spotlight whether she liked it or not. But now, we're witnessing her step out on her own. She's not just participating in the conversation anymore, she's leading it. And it's catching everyone off guard. What started as a soft-spoken girl being dragged into reality TV now looks more like a woman taking back control. Riley's words weren't just emotional, they were layered, reflective, and deeply personal. She didn't hold back about what it was like growing up with a mother as successful and public as Kandi. And while some people questioned her motives, it's clear that Riley wasn't out to destroy her mom's image. She was trying to reclaim her own. Her honesty made people uncomfortable. Not because it was cruel or disrespectful, but because it was real. And let's be honest, sometimes reality cuts deeper than any scripted TV drama. Riley didn't throw her mom under the bus. She simply said what many kids of successful parents often feel but never say out loud, that even with privilege, there can be pain. Even with opportunity, there can be emotional distance. And yet, the most surprising part of this entire story is how Kandi responded. No shade. No clapback. No damage control press tour. Instead, Kandi responded with something rare in the entertainment world: grace. She acknowledged the truth in what Riley said. She admitted that as a mother trying to do everything, build an empire, stay visible, stay successful, she missed moments. She made mistakes. She put work first more than she wanted to. And yes, sometimes Riley paid the price for that. But that's what made this moment so human. It wasn't a mother-daughter fight, it was a mother finally seeing her daughter not just as a child, but as a woman with her own truth. And a daughter finally realizing that being heard doesn't always mean being in conflict. It can also mean starting a new kind of relationship. And just when fans thought the story had hit its emotional peak, Riley revealed why she was finally ready to speak. Because she wasn't just opening up, she was launching something. Her own reality show, making it in Manhattan. That changed the conversation again. Was her honesty just part of a marketing rollout? Was this all perfectly timed press leading into her own spotlight moment? A lot of people had doubts. The internet lit up with comments like, "This feels too well timed," or "Is she using her mom's name for views?" But Riley didn't run from those questions. She addressed them directly. She said, "I can't control what people think. I just know I was telling my truth." And maybe that's what sets her apart. Because even if it was strategic, even if it lined up perfectly with her new show, does that mean it wasn't real? Why can't someone be vulnerable and ambitious at the same time? That's the question Riley is forcing fans to consider. Can a young woman carve out her own identity while still respecting where she came from? Because let's be clear, she's not rejecting Kandi. She's not trying to erase the path that got her here. She's trying to write the next chapter on her own terms. That takes more than confidence, it takes courage. What Riley has done, speaking openly about feeling overlooked, about living in her mother's shadow, about battling public opinion as a teenager, is something many people never get the chance to do. And while some viewers are still skeptical, many are starting to see her in a new light. She's not just a celebrity kid anymore. She's not just someone who shows up in the background of a Bravo episode. She's Riley. A woman with thoughts, pain, dreams, and now, a platform of her own. And honestly, this might be the most powerful part of the whole story. Because in the end, this wasn't just about Riley stepping up. It was also about Kandi stepping back and letting her daughter lead. You could say this whole situation was dramatic. You could say it was timed too perfectly. But you can't say it wasn't real. Because sometimes, families don't grow apart, they grow up. And that's exactly what we're seeing. Two strong women, raised in the same house but living very different versions of the same story, finally seeing each other clearly. And now, with Riley's show on the way, the spotlight isn't just on the Burruss family drama. It's on something bigger, the idea that it's okay to speak your truth, even if the world isn't ready for it. It's okay to step out from behind the curtain and say, "This is who I am. And this is where I'm going." So now the question is, where will Riley go next? Will she fully step into fame on her own terms? Will her relationship with Kandi continue to grow in this new, honest space? Will making it in Manhattan show us the Riley we've never truly known? Time will tell. But one thing's certain, Riley's not just a side character anymore. She's the main story. And this is only the beginning. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you proud of Riley for finally speaking her mind? Or do you think some things should have stayed private? Was this brave or calculated? I really want to hear what you think. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell for more deep dives like this. We've got a lot more to talk about, and the tea never stops brewing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Finally seeing each other clearly. And now, with Riley's show on the way, the spotlight isn't just on the Burruss family drama. It's on something bigger, the idea that it's okay to speak your truth, even if the world isn't ready for it. It's okay to step out from behind the curtain and say, "This is who I am. And this is where I'm going." So now the question is, where will Riley go next? Will she fully step into fame on her own terms? Will her relationship with Kandi continue to grow in this new, honest space? Will making it in Manhattan show us the Riley we've never truly known? Time will tell. But one thing's certain, Riley's not just a side character anymore. She's the main story. And this is only the beginning. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you proud of Riley for finally speaking her mind? Or do you think some things should have stayed private? Was this brave or calculated? I really want to hear what you think. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell for more deep dives like this. We've got a lot more to talk about, and the tea never stops brewing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.